Good evening, everyone. You're listening to Red Pill 78. I am the corruption detector, and this is your Red Pill News. First, in a story from the Daily Caller, judge has now ordered the release of sealed records from Buzzfeed's dossier lawsuit. This should be good. A federal judge in Florida on Wednesday ordered the public release of dozens of documents under seal during Buzzfeed's lawsuit over the Steele dossier. District Court Judge Ursula Ungaro ordered the documents be made public by February 8th. More than 40 records used in the case are listed in the order. Ungaro's decision will shed light into the discovery process during the defamation case, which included depositions with dossier author Christopher Steele and the founders of Fusion GPS, the opposition research firm that hired Steele. Ungaro ruled in Buzzfeed's favor December 19, 2018. The website was sued in February 2017 by Alexei Gubarev, a Russian tech executive accused in the dossier of using his web hosting companies to hack into the Democratic National Committee's computer systems. Gubarev vehemently denied the allegation, which Steele made in a memo dated December 13, 2016. The memo was the last of 17 memos that compile what is known as the dossier. BuzzFeed published the dossier January 10, 2017. BuzzFeed apologized to Gubarev after the lawsuit was filed and redacted his name from the copy of the dossier posted to its website. But the website hired a private investigator, a former FBI and National Security Council official named Anthony Ferrante, to uncover evidence to support its legal defense. BuzzFeed was also sued in 2018 by former Trump attorney Michael Cohen. The dossier accuses Cohen of visiting Prague during the 2016 campaign to meet with Kremlin officials and to pay off Russian hackers. Cohen was vehemently denied the allegations but dropped the lawsuit amid other legal problems. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison December 13, 2018 on a variety of charges. In her final order in the case, Ungaro revealed BuzzFeed obtained the dossier through David Kramer, a former State Department official and close associate of the late Republican Arizona Senator John McCain. No name. Kramer gave BuzzFeed's Ken Bensinger a copy of the dossier December 28, 2016. The discovery process of the case revealed Steele and opposition research firm Fusion GPS's efforts to provide the dossier to journalists. Steele and Fusion founder Glenn Simpson met with reporters from the New York Times, the Washington Post, the New Yorker, CNN, and Yahoo News in September and October 2016. Steele and Fusion GPS executives were deposed during the discovery process in the case. The FBI relied heavily on some of Steele's unverified memos to obtain surveillance warrants against former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. Steele, a former MI6 officer, alleged in his report that Page met secretly with Kremlin insiders during a visit to Moscow in July 2016, which was proven to be false. The FBI cited Steele's unverified claims as part of a probable cause affidavit to obtain spy warrants against Page. Republicans have accused the FBI of misleading the surveillance court by relying on Steele's unverified dossier and for failing to disclose it was ultimately funded by the Clinton campaign and the DNC. Well, there we have it. Cannot wait to see discovery on these documents. Hopefully it's going to have some pretty interesting things in there. It's just going to continue to show that absolutely nothing happened here. This was a nothing burger from the very start. And speaking of nothing burgers, from the Daily Caller, is the investigation finally coming to an end? Please, God, please. I'm ready for the truth. I am so ready to see this information shoved into the faces of the people on the left. President Trump told the Daily Caller in an exclusive interview that he has not spoken to U.S. Attorney General Matthew Whitaker regarding Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation, just days after the Whitaker said he believes it is close to being completed. Trump added, "I would say that I think after almost 2 years, it certainly should be. Robert Mueller was named special counsel for the investigation into Russian interference during the 2016 presidential election on May 17, 2017. Since then, he has indicted 37 entities, including 34 people and 3 companies that we are aware of. The most recent indictment coming less than a week ago with Roger Stone's early morning arrest by 29 FBI agents. Again, more people than they sent in to kill bin Laden. He has pleaded not guilty to 7 criminal charges, including making 5 false statements to investigators, obstructing the investigation, and witness tampering. He is also being accused of contacting WikiLeaks during the 2016 presidential election regarding hacked Democrat emails in an effort to harm Hillary Clinton's campaign and affect the outcome of a federal election. President Trump has referred to the investigation as a witch hunt since it launched. And so far, none of the 6 indicted Trump associates have been charged with specific crimes of conspiring with Russia to affect the 2016 presidential election. However, 5 of the 6 former Trump advisors have pleaded guilty to the charges brought to them by Robert Mueller and are currently working with the special counsel's investigation. Roger Stone is the only one to plead not guilty to his charges because he's a boss. Proof of any collusion with Russian officials has not been announced, but it is clear that President Trump's campaign was filled with questionable advisors, and that might have been by design. The United States is eagerly awaiting Robert Mueller's final report. Tune in to see what has come from the investigation so far, and I urge you to continue to tune into this channel to see what is going to continue to take place. Now, right here, we have the information about Roger Stone supposedly being told by the Trump campaign to see what WikiLeaks had. Well, right there, that goes to show you that the Trump campaign had nothing to do with WikiLeaks or a fictitious Russian actor or, state sponsor going and stealing these emails. It wasn't Russia. We all know it was a kid with a memory stick who, God rest his soul, gave his life to fight for what he believed in. But Roger Stone, even if he was in contact with WikiLeaks, all it proves is that he was trying to talk to WikiLeaks. Of course he wanted to talk to WikiLeaks. I've tried to send messages to WikiLeaks. The stuff's interesting. It's fun. And it's great to watch this stuff be brought out into the public sphere. So the Russians did not do the WikiLeaks emails. Hillary Clinton and John Podesta did it to themselves. And more Mueller news from the Gateway Pundit. Mueller triggered after Twitter troll claims that he or she hacked discovery material in junk Russian bot case. This is pretty cool. According to a new court filing, Mueller got triggered over a random Twitter troll claiming it hacked Mueller's database on the junk Russian troll farm case. You just can't make this stuff up. Dirty cop Robert Mueller is now claiming that the Russians are using his discovery materials from the junk Russian bot case in a disinformation campaign to discredit his Russian witch hunt. Was this a stunt by Mueller's team? People associated with the Russian bot case claim to have stolen discovery materials that were given to Concord Management and Consulting by Robert Mueller last October. Mueller tried to block Concord Management from getting discovery, citing security concerns, but Concord's lawyers argued discovery is a fundamental right according to all defendants in all criminal cases. Yeah, that is. According to the court filing, a Twitter account called Hacking Redstone tweeted, "We've got access to the special counsel Mueller's probe database as we hacked Russian server with info from the Russian troll case, Concord LLC versus Mueller. You can view all the files Mueller had about the IRA and Russian collusion. Enjoy the reading." Man, I wish I would have gotten on that bandwagon. I didn't see any of these files. Twitter has since suspended the account, which reportedly had an IP address in Russia. Mueller's prosecutors actually admitted that the link attached to the tweet contained non-sensitive discovery materials that consisted of folders with files that mimicked the names and folder structures produced by Mueller. Certain non-sensitive discovery materials in the defense's possession appear to have been altered and disseminated as part of a disinformation campaign aimed apparently at discrediting ongoing investigations into Russian interference in the U.S. political system, the filing states. NBC News reported that according to the filing, the FBI found no evidence that the U.S. government servers, including servers used by Mueller's office, had been hacked. The information posted by the Twitter troll appears to come from information shared with Concord's lawyers. Concord Management's lawyers said they received phone calls from reporters inquiring about the information posted by the random Twitter troll and said it appears to have come from a 2014 hack. Oh, bummer. Robert Mueller is a pathetic old man who has spent the last year and a half chasing Russian ghosts and indicting people on process crimes that have nothing to do with Russian collusion. I love the Gateway Pundit, the way that they put stuff out there. It's great. Thank you once again, Christina Layla. And moving on. And in the I'm not surprised category, Pelosi brings wall negotiations back to square one. Wow, it seems like she's really shooting herself in the foot. I wonder if that's because she's doing what she's told. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said that wall funding will not be part of ongoing congressional negotiations over border security funding in a Thursday morning press conference. There will not be any wall money in the legislation, Pelosi flatly declared Thursday morning in a major rebuke of President Donald Trump's strategy to try and obtain border wall funding through congressional negotiations. Trump partially shuts down the U.S. government for nearly 3 weeks in order to try and force Pelosi and Democratic Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to come up with a funding agreement for a southern border wall. Democrats, however, remained united in their demand that they would only offer Trump $1.6 billion in border security funding, despite his request for $5.7 billion, which could not be used for the wall. Trump said last week he would allow the government to reopen for 3 weeks while a bipartisan committee tried to forge a solution to his demand, saying that if they could not come to a solution, he would declare a national emergency and build the wall with military funds. The president maintains his demand for $5.7 billion in border wall funding. Trump himself expressed no optimism about the talks Sunday, telling the Wall Street Journal, "I personally think it's less than 50-50 chance that a deal with Congress can be reached." Trump added that he doubted he would accept any congressional deal that offered him less than $5.7 billion in funding. The president told the Daily Caller in an exclusive Oval Office interview Wednesday evening that there are numerous things we could do, including declaring a national emergency where we have very good law on our side, declaring again that he will declare a national emergency if this doesn't work out. So, as I said at the beginning, maybe Nancy Pelosi is doing what she's told, either by her handlers or maybe the president is directing her to do it in this way so that she can continue to show the American people that her and the rest of the Democrats really don't care anything about the safety and security of Americans. Now, President Trump gave a press conference today. We're going to go and listen to some information from that, and then we're going to go check out some tweets from my friend Methods. All right, now before we get into the information that my buddy Methods sent over, I want to kind of set the stage. Now, I've talked about this on numerous occasions, the fact that the wall will be built, and it is in fact being built currently. The conversation that we're having here nationally, bringing this into the consciousness, is about awakening people, making them realize that it's not just about President Trump wanting to have a wall to keep certain people out. The wall is a necessity in order to safeguard our country and to end the international gangs that are bringing human trafficking across the border, exporting people, the drugs that they are bringing over, the death and the carnage that they are creating. Remember this post. We've shown this graphic many times from 3/23, March of last year. Clock activated, red castle, green castle, stage. 5x5. All right. I'm setting the stage with this graphic here. Now, we remember that the Army Corps of Engineers, that's their logo. They are Red Castle. They are located in Green Castle, Indiana. So my friend Ernest sent over an image from a still from a video that he was watching of a local station reporting on news at the border. And I think you're going to like what you see. And that's right here. This is a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers member right here, wearing a vest, a yellow vest even, and it's got the Army Corps of Engineers logo on it right there. He's standing there with a Border Patrol agent, and that's because they're already down there building the wall. They have been strategically building the wall in certain sections. And what we're doing here is we're having this national conversation, and Donald Trump has awakened people to the idea of why a border wall is necessary. And not only that, but to the fact that Democrats, the leadership of the Democratic Party, they do not care about the safety and security of Americans. So, now, with that in mind, this is the first bit of information that Methods had sent over. This is from Donald Trump's press conference earlier today on border security. Now, if you do not follow Methods, I highly suggest you go and do that. It's at M2Madness on Twitter. Now, the quote from Donald Trump here, "I think by having the shutdown, we've set the table for where we are now. If I didn't do the shutdown, people wouldn't understand the subject. It's called, like in deal-making, setting the table, or, setting the stage." Now, that's another reason why I showed that graphic, that post from 3/23. Stage, set the stage. That's what Trump has done. He has awakened people to the concept of the necessity over border wall. People understand now. Let's listen to what he's saying.
basically held hostage for political reasons by the Democrats. Is there anything you would have done differently in the first?
No, there's nothing. Look, they had this from day one. Yeah, could I have done it differently? No, not really. I mean, I think by having the shutdown, we've set the table for where we are now. If I didn't do the shutdown, people wouldn't know, they wouldn't understand the subject. Now they understand the subject. They realize what a humanitarian crisis it is. It's called, like in deal making, setting the table, or, setting a stage. We've set the stage for what's going to happen on the 15th of February. I don't think they're going to make a deal. I see what's happening.
So not only has Donald Trump set the stage by seeding the idea into the consciousness, like I said, he's shown that the Democrats are not willing to make a deal. They do not want to give the safety and security of Americans any thought or presence. To them, they realize why the wall is necessary, but they also realize what they're going to be losing once it goes up. They will no longer receive the benefits of that human trafficking and that drug trafficking. Now, this is a post that Methods had sent over. This is from March 8th, prior to that stage, prior to the proof about Red Castle, Green Castle on the 23rd. He said right here, this is almost a year ago, set the stage, POTUS, quoting what POTUS said today. Do you believe? Buckle up. All right. Again, we have pre-knowledge from our favorite Anon of what the president is going to do and what he's going to say. All right. So now keep in mind that foreknowledge. All right. So post 951, March 15th of last year, March Madness. Public will know soon. Again, March Madness, all right? I think last year we were wondering if it was March of last year or if it's going to be March of this year. Well, another item. Well, here we have a post from Incarnated ET. This is someone I follow on Twitter, and I would suggest that everyone else does as well. I had to block this out because this word, YouTube will shut this down quicker than anything with that word in there. But the horrible things that are going on in New York and what we just beat in Virginia yesterday. Incarnated ET says this is the softening Dems for the real drop. Trump's secret weapon, HRC plus 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 plus. Raw vid 5x5 from the post. From the tweet itself, these are the posts, also from March of last year, March 6th. Is the stage set for a drop of HRC? 315. Raw vid 5x5. Understand? EX-RVID 5774. We have it all. Reread regarding stage. The nail in many coffins. Liberal undo. Impossible to defend. Toxic to those connected. We must work together. We are only as strong as your voice. You must organize and be heard. This is why they keep you divided and in the dark, weak. We are here to unite and provide truth, dark to light. Evil surrounds us. We are fighting for you. Where we go one, we go all. The choice to know will be yours. End. Now, the next post. Again, Trump shutdown was intended to set the stage for the real fight. This is from March 6th of last year as well. Asking about that video that we know with HRC. Set stage. Google, Facebook, Twitter, etc. are regulated. MSM is controlled. Use logic. Trust the plan. Also from November 22nd of 2017, USA versus necessary to cut strings from foreign bad actors. Necessary to form worldwide alliances to defeat. Think Merkel is a coincidence? They are puppets. They are weak. They are scared. 80% dark ops necessary. 20% public for justice. The stage must be set. Have faith. All right, now, in the next tweet in this thread from Incarnated ET, he says, guys, HRC 315, raw vid, 5x5. What time is on the clock again? It was 3:14. If it's 3:14, then it's almost 3:15. If it's 3:15, then it's time. Does this mean that on 3:15, March Madness, they are going to, meaning the White Hats, are going to drop that vid that we know has been put out there as something that they have? Is this why they've been building up this deep fakes information? Today, the video that I made about deep fakes was shut off by the place that I am posting this right now. So they see what's going on. They don't want people exposing it for what it is, all right? They are setting the stage. They are attempting to set the stage to make it look to people like whatever comes out is not real, while the Anons are setting the stage for the release of this video and setting the stage for the entire world and the people of the United States to realize why this is all necessary. So now the Dems have been exposed as evil, as not caring about the United States, about not caring about our people, about not caring about people in general. They have this fake argument about how it's about humanitarian rights. Okay, people should be able to go wherever they want. They should be able to leave their countries to come here and experience the benefits of the United States. Well, you know what's really going on? They are moving drugs, they are moving people, and they are making money hand over fist. It's almost 3:15, guys. I'm wondering if it's possible that something will happen on that date. I know that there's always the possibility of something happening when you have a marker like this. But let's see. All right, let's see if there's some incredible revelation that happens. I really hope that it does. Now, many people would say, oh, all the happenings, when is something going to happen? I challenge anyone to take Donald Trump's record and the events that have taken place in the short time he's been in office and hold them up against the record of any other executive, any other president that has ever been in charge of this country. And you tell me that it's not happening. It is going down right now. It is going down harder than it ever has. We are winning so much. This is a virtual atom bomb. We are winning, and they are losing. All right, next in a follow-up to the Inspector General report that I did the other day, this is also from Methods, and this ties in to the stage, but the stage in a different way. So remember, we had 2 current senior FBI officials and 1 retired FBI official. Now, I mentioned Andrew McCabe's name the other day just when I was spitballing, but my friend Ask Me Anything reminded me that, Andrew McCabe was actually fired. He didn't retire. So who is out there that's a senior FBI official that could have been involved in something with an FBI contractor that showed a conflict of interest? I speculated that this whole thing is about the Clinton Foundation whistleblower, Dennis Nathan Cain, that this recommendation for charges is in relation specifically to the whistleblower information that he handed over to Inspector General Horowitz. Now, on June 16th, 2018, it was posted by our favorite Anon, IG started long before Huber, setting stage. Important note, think IG, FBI, right here. IG, FBI, this is very important. Huber equals DOJ, no District of Columbia. That's what DC stands for in this space. Why are we emphasizing this given the world is watching? Strategic? Or they already know, hence CEO political mass resignations. Adding up? Logical. Careful of clickbait. And then again, in this post on 1291, this is from August 27th of 2018, who makes arrests? FBI and DOJ? Can you make arrests with a crooked FBI senior team? No, you can't. Senior FBI officials. See previous post regarding FBI. Not easy for anyone. We are in this together. Much appreciation. Much appreciation. It's what you don't know and can't see ongoing that will validate your efforts. Trust the plan. Step back. Remove arrests. What do you see? Stage being set. Godspeed, Patriot. The stage has been set. All of this, everything that we've seen over these last 2 years, the president has done incredible things, but at the same time, the president, our favorite Anon, Inspector Horowitz, all of these things setting the stage for what is inevitably to come. We are winning. I repeat, we are winning. And these people are sick and they will fall. All right, now a tweet from my friend, the Sharp Edge One, on Twitter. I have shown her posts many times in the past as well. I highly suggest that you guys follow her. This is incredible. POTUS tweeted about a meme that was posted on the Chans last night. Democrats are becoming the party of late term A, and you know the rest. I can't show it because YouTube will shut this video down. high taxes, open borders, and crime. POTUS sees the work Anons are doing on the boards. The very fact that POTUS tweeted this shows that he's listening and watching. All right, now here is the graphic from the Chans showing the meme that was put out. Make starts with an A, ends with an NS. Great again. It's what Democrats love in New York, and they're trying to do in many other states. Democrats, the party of death and taxes. And here is the tweet from POTUS. Democrats are becoming the party of late term, A, ends with an N, high taxes, open borders, and crime. Anons, POTUS is tweeting a meme that was posted on the Chans last night. I've got to work in 5 minutes and can't dig. It's a meme with a blue logo and devil horns. It says the same thing as this tweet. Here it is. The fact that POTUS said the exact same thing as what was posted in this memes proves that he is watching the boards, okay? He is listening to us. He hears us. We have nothing to worry about, guys. Trust the plan. All right, and here is a cake that someone down in New Orleans baked, somebody who has their own little bake shop. I'm not going to say his name. He said he didn't want to be named. But if you are down in New Orleans and you happen to be in the market for some sweets and confections, look for a cake shaped like a Q. Maybe there's some donuts shaped like a Q too. But I thought this was pretty cool. All right, now another tweet from the Sharp Edge One. President Donald J. Trump announces intent to nominate judicial nominees, and 3 of them are in the Ninth Circuit. This is historic because we know the Ninth Circuit Court has traditionally been used as this stopgap, trying to, stop anything that Trump has done or that his administration has done coming through the court system. They are obstructionist, and they are just loaded up with liberals from Obama. So we've got 3 judicial nominees going into the Ninth Circuit Court, and I think it has the opportunity to really, really change things. Let's listen to see who they are. We've got Daniel A. Bress of California to serve as a circuit judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. We've also got Daniel P. Collins of California to serve as a circuit judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. And we've got Kenneth Kiel Lee of California to serve as a circuit judge on the U.S. on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. So 3 judges in the Ninth Circuit that have the potential to really, really change the game. Very exciting. We're going to do some more digging into them this weekend. But I think in the end, the point I'm trying to make is that things are happening. The stuff we want to happen will happen. We will see arrests. We will see these people taken out of power and removed from public view. We may not see all of it, but we have to remember that just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. For a lot of people, they don't have the ability to do that. They cannot separate in their mind. If they're not witnessing it, to them it means it doesn't take place. But I'll tell you, I know it's taking place, and I've got enough faith for both of us. All right? So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank you all for sticking with me through this whole video because I know it's going to be a long one, but all of this was so incredibly important. Thank you once again for joining me. I am Red Pill 78, the corruption detector. Good luck, everyone, and God bless.